Week 2 NFL picks. It is going to be amazing. It's Mike, the MC. We got Scoochie the Coochie the Beard. We have Cruz the Beast, Weenus Penis, Wetback, Backtrack,
edit, green, backspace, edit,
right? Tony Pollard, Ezekiel Elliott, Deuce Vaughn,
Man Stripper.
Okay. Anyways, but we are back here. We're not gonna go over week 1 too much. When we hit a team, we might talk about them a little bit, their injuries that they might have. It will be far long too late for any Thursday stuff. So we are getting into Sunday and Monday. We are gonna go with these Vegas odds, correct? We are working with some Vegas odds. In the first game. So we have the Chargers versus the Titans, and the Chargers are -3. Titans is +3. So that's what it is. When you hear negative, that means that team is giving the other team 3 points, and they have to win by above whatever they're giving.
There you go.
Correct?
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. All right.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Stupid.
And that's why a lot of the times you might hear the other professionals and analysts talk about, oh, this is a home team getting points at home. We don't like giving home team points because they're at home. They should win that game.
Have by 3
so when you
points
see a home team getting points at home,
it's normally because their home field advantage.
It's something to look at. Why are they at home? Why are they getting such little points at home? So always keep that in mind.
But we put everything in play. We put injuries, we put matchups, we put everything in play. So we're gonna go on over and scooch our way over there actually to Scoochie Coochie the Beard Weenie.
The first game is Chargers have to win by 3 against Tennessee on the road, and I think after the way they played Miami last week, did you see how mad Herbert was after the game for losing? I think he wants to go to Tennessee and throw the ball 60 times for 800 yards. So I am going with the LA Chargers in the game 1 against Tennessee by 3.
That's Scoochie's pick. We're gonna go over on to Cruzy, Doozy, the Beastie,
whatever.
Measty. Anyway.
Yes. So same thing, Scooter. I agree with you 100%. I feel like the Chargers are the better team here out of the two. I feel like they're more congruent with each other. They have more of a vibe going. It's weird to beat Tennessee at home. I feel like they've got a solid defense, but I do feel like the Chargers are going to pull this one out. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Chargers as well.
Chargers. We have 4 approved.
What about you, Mike? What do you feel?
What are you wrestling with?
Mike, the MC.
What sizzles your
So me personally, I just look at quarterback play. We have a quarterback that managed the game pretty well, but can't really come up clutch in a situation. They have a great running back, which the only way I feel like they will win is if the Titans run all over the Chargers and just dominate the game running, which is a very good possibility. But I'm going to take the Chargers in this. We will all agree on that. Being a Raider fan, it is kind of tough, but I will take the Chargers just because I just think they're aired out. Ryan Tannehill is going to have to throw the ball, and I don't think that's going to be a good thing to do for him.
He threw 3 interceptions last week.
I'm going with the Chargers as well. Lock it in, and that is it. So we are going on to our second game. By the way, if you see any interruption, if you see us look up, that's Boston Scott, by the way. Okay. If we look up, we're watching the Eagles in Minnesota play on Thursday night. We have some fantasy guys playing in this game, so don't be mad at us. Anyways, we need DeAndre Swift to keep on going. He's about to get the ball.
Who do you like in the Packers game next week?
We have the Packers and the Falcons. Packers get 1.5 points. Falcons giving the Packers 1.5 points after last week. What we got? We're gonna scooch it on. Wait, we did Scoochie Coochie. We're gonna scooch it on to Scoochie Coochie. Anyways, Scooter, who do you have? Packers, Falcons, +1 for the Packers. What we got?
That's not a whole lot to win by on the road. The way they looked last week. Still going with Ritter. You guys just talked so much trash about Ritter, saying he can't even throw the ball 20 yards. I like the way Love looked last week. I like the way Green Bay looked as a team. And I am going with Green Bay to win by more than 1.5. and Swift got a touchdown.
Nope.
And that was no.
He didn't get it.
Down at the 1, so
And
let's
they're
go,
gonna-
Jalen.
okay, they're gonna QB
let's
sneak
QB
this
sneak this
stupid
bad
Good
boy.
Lord.
We're okay.
No,
We got
challenge.
Oh no, he's down. All right, so
I like Green Bay.
I actually like Green Bay as well. They're by 1.5. Jordan Love looked really good. There's still thoughts that they may get Christian Watson back. I like Green Bay even more if they get Christian Watson back, and I really feel like Atlanta looked good from a backfield standpoint, but I can't tell you. Would Drake London throw up a big old donut, right? So I don't see them having it together yet in the passing game. So until they can prove anything to me, they can get both, the sides of the ball going. I really like Green Bay in this matchup.
We are all gonna agree on that. Fucking Vegas knows something we don't.
Sometimes they do, yeah.
Jordan Love just broke up with his girlfriend or boyfriend.
Right, I don't know. Nobody knows.
Fucking, I have no clue what's going on over there. But that Packers defense is pretty legit as well. The only way Falcons win this is if they do a dual attack with their running backs and somehow.
The only way Atlanta wins this game I see is if Atlanta's defense wins it for them.
Yeah.
Somehow, somewhere.
Yeah, I can
At
see
home-
that.
at home-
But you have to score the ball,
Yeah.
and I just don't see it happening on the Packers defense. I mean, they barely did it on the Panthers.
They played well, so yeah, I agree.
They barely did it on the Panthers. So we're gonna move on though. We're gonna go to the Colts and the Texans. We have one, even Steven. Colts are getting 1 point against the Houston Texans. This is at Houston. What we think? Who we scooching it on the scooter?
Let's cruise.
Yeah, let's cruise over here
Let's
to
cruise
the
that way.
right.
Cruise that way.
Cruz
So-
looks like he's a little antsy over
I'm a
here.
little antsy, a little jealous, a little neglected over here, like redheaded stepchild.
Okay.
But I in this one, it feels weird. It feels weird to me. It feels like Houston may get their first dub. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I feel like they get it together this week. My problem with it is that Indianapolis only looked good on one side of the ball last week. Houston, I don't think looked good on either side of the ball last week, but I think that Houston defense is legit. I think that it can stop. If I'm looking from a defensive standpoint, I think Houston ends up stopping the Colts a little bit more than the Colts end up stopping the Houston Texans. I really like Houston, unfortunately, this week at home.
I don't think that's a bad pick at all, because I think when you're on a new rebuilding team with a new coach and stuff, you look at your schedule, and I think this is a game where Houston Texans saw the schedule and saw week 2, Indianapolis is coming here. I think they look at the schedule and said, this is a must-win game this is a game that we must win for ourselves, just to show ourselves that we can do it, and we could beat the teams that we think that we should beat. And for that reason, playing at home, only 1 point deficit, new coach, gonna be pumped up. I like Houston to come out blazing guns in this game and actually winning by more than 1 point. So I agree with you this week in Houston Texans. We need the oddball so we can kick you in the nuts when you're wrong.
Good.
Yeah.
I said before we even did this video,
Don't get me wrong.
Honestly, when we first just showed up, before we started making any videos, I was like, Houston's gonna cover the spread this week. That's the first thing I said. But I'm not choosing Houston this week. I was going with Houston. I do believe they can, and I do believe they will, but I want to go with the Colts. As long as Anthony Richardson is fully healthy playing, I think he's the rookie that wins this battle as a quarterback.
So that's your stipulation?
That is my stipulation.
So Colts, if Anthony Richards play, if Richards doesn't play, he's going with Houston.
No,
is that what you're saying?
No. I'll stick with the Colts. I don't want to be that guy that switches on and on. You know,
you are that guy that switches on and on.
Anyways, we're talking about football. I don't know what you guys think.
Foosball.
But no. So I'm going with the Colts. Cutie Pay.
Cutie. I don't know what.
Quiddy Pay.
I don't know.
I think it's Quiddy.
I don't know that guy's name.
Quiddy Pay. He was looking like a beast last week, and I think he can get some rushes on the rookie quarterback for Houston. So I'm gonna go with the Colts, and that's just that. So don't at me over there, guys.
At me.
It's okay. We got the next game to go to anyways, which is Seahawks at Detroit Lions, and the Seahawks get 4.5 points.
Were you the MC or am I the MC?
Hey, MC, I'm DJ Sacapuntas. That's who I am.
No, but just like you said, Seahawks, Lions. Seahawks are getting 4.5 points. Can we audio check that, please?
Shit, yeah.
We have. Sorry, guys.
No copyright.
He's had a little bit too much tonight.
Seattle at Detroit. I like the Dirty D in this one. Okay, guys, the Dirty Detroit, right? I want 8 Mile. I want these guys before in pregame. I want to hear some fucking rap battles. I want to hear some amazing stuff going on. As a matter of fact, I want Eminem to walk out with the Detroit Lions the same way they did with Bud Crawford for the boxing match against Errol Spence. That's what'll win in the game,
Okay,
Detroit.
So,
Detroit.
So are you choosing the Lions?
Everybody from the 313, put your mother hands up and follow me. You get what I mean?
I don't. Anyway, Jordan Addison just scored. Jordan Addison just scored. I'm glad that was not JJ.
Aniston. Did you say Jennifer Aniston?
Exactly. Plus, minus.
As much as I would love to disagree with that pick, I like Detroit this week as well. Like I said, coming off of a win last week on the road against Kansas City.
The defending.
Now you come home. You guys
Super
are
Bowl
pumped up. And
Hyped.
did you just see what the LA Rams did to Seattle Seahawks last week? What are the Detroit Lions going to do at home? Now, with both of their right tackle and left tackle out right now, guarding those monsters, those first-round draft picks on the Detroit Lions front line.
Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck, Seattle.
The kid from Michigan is a monster.
Hutchinson.
The dome is going to be so loud. I think Detroit could put a molly-whopping on Seattle this week. Yes,
that.
I said molly-whopping.
Spell that.
Molly, W-O-P-P-I-N. Molly-whopping.
Down with OPP.
Promise, guys, there's not going to be only one game that we disagree on, but I am going with the Lions as well.
Okay.
I broke it down, the offensive line for the Seahawks. I believe it will be a close game at some point in the game, other than before the game starts. But I do believe the Lions do get the spread, and they win by at least 7 to me. But that's just me. We're gonna move on. We have an interesting, intriguing game here. This could go either way. We have the Bears versus the Bucks. The Bears get 2.5 points. Scootsy. How are we feeling? Because we're gonna scoot on over here.
Honestly, I hate to say that I think this team is going to win, but I'm going with Tampa Bay at home this week. I don't know why. Like everyone says, everyone outside the locker room hates Baker Mayfield. But everybody that plays with the dude says they absolutely love him, and he does nothing but want to ball. So,
do they say that?
No, that's what everybody says. Everybody says that he's the man. He's the dude. People, the locker room loves. The locker room loves him.
Well,
loves Brian Mayfield. I mean Baker Mayfield.
They love the Baker.
You called up Mike Evans?
No.
Or you called?
He said it after the game. No, they say it. They say it. They talk about how much they like him.
That.
I think he has a secret line to Todd Bowles, the head coach.
Anyways, we got Scooter for the Bucks.
I'm going with Tampa Bay. I like them to win by. It's only 2.5. They could win by a field goal over Chicago.
We have we're gonna cruise on over to Cruisy Doozy.
So, man, this is a tough one. You know, it's like
it is pretty tough.
It's like I don't know which one to choose. I'll be honest, because I feel like Baker Mayfield is finally in a system that promotes him. I think his confidence level is I think that's a very big thing with Baker Mayfield. If he has the confidence of having the reins and ego, I think it works for him. Actually, yeah, I'm just going to give him the home field advantage. I think that they can beat the Chicago Bears by 3. I think an 0-2 start to Chicago is very tough to deal with. But, yeah, Screw it. I think I'm actually gonna go with Tampa Bay.
I like them being at home in a field goal.
I think that's the only reason I'll pick them because I think it's gonna be a toss-up.
And Tampa Bay won week 1 when no one expected them to win, so I think they're kind of on a little
confidence.
high.
Yeah,
they got confidence. You know, and we know when you have confidence and swagger, it elevates the level of your
And I think
play.
the Bears are coming off of a
horrible played game.
Horrible, inter-division rivalry that the Green Bay
they got mollywopped.
Yeah, Green Bay mopped them. So
what about Big Mike?
Big Mike?
You gonna disagree with us?
I actually don't disagree with you guys.
Really?
But I also don't agree with you guys.
Well, I don't like you that way.
Yeah, we don't like him anyways.
Well, fuck you.
We stomach him at best.
But the thing I look at is defense. Tampa Bay's defense is overall just better. I just don't see the weapons on the Bears getting open. I mean, yeah, Chase Claypool.
DJ Moore.
Chase Claypool. You have
they have
Mooney.
a couple names, but it's
Mooney.
you're not intimidated by them.
No, my big thing is DJ Moore can't get off a corner. He doesn't get separation.
Right.
Yeah, Chase Claypool, who's a throw it up guy who didn't get a target last week. If he did, you tell me, I must have been dead. And we have Darnell Mooney, who's their best player, who's fucking 5'10". I don't know. I'm looking at DeAndre Swift right now do his work, but I'm gonna go with the Bucks. It's just, Vegas might know something we don't.
We like you a little bit more
I
now.
don't know, but I'm gonna
You're
go
a little
with the
bit
Bucks.
better now.
I think Baker Mayfield's gonna go.
Better.
He's gonna go 4-0 and then they're gonna shit the bed.
I want the MC to give his opinion on this next game first, since he's the Raiders
you tell
fan.
us.
You know what?
We got the Las Vegas Raiders. Go Raiders! The Raiders at the Buffalo Bills,
and the Raiders get 8.5
point under.
What do you like, MC?
Tell us.
What do you like? Yeah.
Elaborate.
Elaborate.
We want to disagree with you.
You want to disagree with me? All right. So we have the Bills, the Raiders. Raiders are getting 8.5 points. That is a large sum of points to get, especially in the NFL. You're talking about NFL teams here. But I love me some Raiders. I just don't think their defense are going to stay in it enough to be able to keep up with the Buffalo Bills. That's just my projection. I'm thinking with my head, not with my heart. I honestly think the Bills pummel them. I'm not going to lie. I think at least by a 14-point deficit. I'm going with the Bills at negative 8.5 points.
Scooter!
You want me to go next or you want to go?
I like it. I like to hear your commentary. Let's hear it.
I'm glad he said the Buffalo Bills, because I wanted to disagree with him so damn bad, and I'm going to. And I'm going with the Raiders, because these are the early games in the season where the team that you don't think is going to win pulls out that miracle shit, and the team that you really think is going to win shits the bed at home. I thought Philadelphia was potentially going to shit the bed at home tonight against Minnesota. I said they would win by 1 point, so I took Minnesota. And I actually think the Raiders may not win this game, but they are going to cover the spread. So I like the Raiders getting 8.5 points.
I like the enthusiasm. I just think it's the wrong game you're talking about.
It's all right.
Okay?
It's all right.
We can move on.
It's week 2. It's week 2.
I get it.
Week 2.
I actually, I feel Scooter on this. For some reason, I don't think the Buffalo Bills are the team we all thought they were preseason. It seems that they can't run the ball very well. I mean, Cook got a couple of open runs, but for the most part, there's no consistency there. I don't like the play calling. I won't lie.
How many interceptions?
I do not like the play calling. I don't understand it.
By the way, shout out to Jordan Whitehead. He had an incentive to get a bonus to get 3 interceptions in the whole season. He got 3 interceptions in one game and got $250,000 bonus.
Wow.
Nice.
Good job, bro.
Shout out to him.
Good job, Whitehead.
The safety to the Jets.
Follow us, bro. Help us out. Those are stats. Those are stats.
That's a story that we want to hear right there.
Exactly.
That's gangster right there. I like that shit.
But to go on with your thoughts.
Yeah, I really feel like I don't see Vegas winning the game, but I don't see Buffalo covering the
blowing
spread.
them out like that.
I don't see it. I don't think they have it. If they get lucky, they'll beat them by a touchdown, but I think it's going to be a close game. I think the Raiders are coming off a very, very good, solid win. Jimmy G seems to be pretty comfortable. So I'm gonna take the Las Vegas Raiders on this one.
What's the weather like in the East Coast this
You know what?
weekend?
That was the other thing. I was gonna say a competitive advantage if it was snowing and stuff. Of course, I'm
Is it
taking
raining
Buffalo
or
all day.
nothing?
But yeah, I
It
don't
might
think
be
so.
raining a little bit,
So
but
I'm
it's not
taking Las
snow.
Vegas Raiders.
You know what? I thank you guys because that means the Raiders are gonna win. So
Yeah, clearly, right?
that's why I don't bet on them. Anyways, we're gonna move on. We have a good. Probably
Ooh, this is, I think, the
probably
matchup of the week.
This might be the matchup, the over of the week.
Let's cruise that way.
We have the Chiefs
Let's cruise that
versus
way.
the Jags.
Let's cruise that way.
All
The
right.
Chiefs -3.5. Jags
So,
plus 3.5.
I'm interested in what my cousin
we
has
have-
to pick right
what
now.
we
So,
have.
I'm
This is a tough one.
I am actually saying this. I think. Do I think Kansas City will look better this week? Yes. Do I think they have a clear problem with the wide receivers? Absolutely. Why these guys didn't go after a wide receiver in the offseason is beside me. So I'm going to put it like this. I believe Jacksonville will upset the Kansas City Chiefs this week. And let me tell you why. Jacksonville is performing at above level. I think that Trevor Lawrence is showing a lot in the way that he's matured through that offense.
That's my
I feel
blood
like
crush.
he really understands the way that this system works. So I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to put KC into a donut. I'll be honest. I think they're going to be 0-2 to start this season. I think it's going to be a big old piece of humble pie. Don't be surprised if they go after a big name in free agency. Maybe trading for somebody or going.
If it goes away, it goes away, you think it's gonna go,
Yeah.
and me too. You better be looking towards a mid-season trade.
Yeah.
So
So
I don't know what it is this week, but I agree with you, Cruz. I don't know why Jacksonville at home.
coming off that win, I really
They are the one team that I feel like San Francisco that is hungry. They got the players to do it. They finally got the players, the team, the personnel, and the coaching to do it. Don't get me wrong. Is it going to be a hard-ass task to beat Kansas City even at home? Absolutely. I think Kansas City is going to play a whole hell of a lot better. But I think this could be a Los Angeles Chargers Miami Dolphin game, 43-45, 42-38.
just to let you know, I figured you were going to say that. They got, on Yahoo, on our league, they got 15 fantasy points last week. They had 1 interception, 4 sacks, and 2 fumble recoveries. So I agree with you on that defensive part.
Defense?
Yeah.
I'm going with Jacksonville. They getting, and this is another thing, like we said, getting 3 points. That means you're the home team and you're already ahead by 3.5 before the game starts. I like that. I like starting the game off
With a 6.5 point cushion. So
I'm gonna go with the Jags, but because I believe the Chiefs will somehow pull out a 3-point win. I hope not. I hope the Jags win it. I do. Not because only the Chiefs are in the Raiders division, but also because I do like the Jags. I like what they did years ago when they were forming the team and got rid of some key players that they had to make sure they rebuilt the right way. And they've done an incredible job. Got one of the top prospect wide receivers to do so. They have weapons. That's what I noticed. When I was breaking down their film, they have weapons. I'm not talking about Calvin Ridley. I'm talking about from Tank Bigsby, from Tank Bigsby to Etienne to
Evan
to
Ingram,
Christian Kirk, who didn't do anything last
And
year,
they're
by the
young.
way.
They're a young team.
Evan Ingram.
Squad,
You have Zay Jones is a monster, bro. I don't care what anyone
gets
says.
hot, yeah.
He you just throw it up, he catches it. I don't know how, but I like the Jags with the spread. I'm going Jags. We'll move on. This is a big rivalry game. This can go either way. I'm excited to hear what these guys have to say about this game. We have the Ravens versus the Bengals at 3.5 points for the Ravens. That's interesting, but I get why. We have the Bengals giving the Ravens 3.5 points. So we're gonna go over to Cruz because Cruz looks a little he looks like he's ready to talk.
guys, if you were like me and had Joe Burrow last week, man, did he upset you? Okay.
2 of my leagues. Higgins.
Why they couldn't get it on track, I couldn't tell you. I think they came out and got punched in the mouth too quickly and didn't know how to rebound.
It was a combination of a lot of the weather was rainy. He couldn't get a grip on the ball.
It was bad. Maybe they're hiding an injury we don't know about. I didn't see very good play out of Burrow
or Chase.
I didn't see good play out of any of them. I'll be honest. Mixon was the only one that kind of got it together, but still, I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a really tough one because Baltimore didn't really get it going last week either. They look a little sloppy on the play. I know Mark Andrews is questionable. So I'm going to say Cincinnati finally turns it around this week, and I'm going to actually give them the benefit of the doubt that Vegas knows what they're talking about and say that Cincinnati's going to go ahead and win this week. If I look at the defensive matchups, they're a nightmare to match up against. Jamar Chase he should rebound and have a good week this week, so I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals.
This is a divisional rivalry again. This is one of those games that is always so... The points are always so close no matter how good each team is talent-wise. And for that reason alone, I think I'm going to disagree finally with you, Cruz. I like Cincinnati to win the game, but I think it's going to be by like 2 or 3 points. So I think Cincinnati is going to win the game, but I'm not sure if they're going to cover that spread. I think the field goal is what's going to end up doing in the end, and that half-a-point kicker is going to be the deciding factor. That's why if you're in Vegas and you're the bettor and you have it at 3.5, you either buy it up to 4 or buy it down to 3, so you don't get screwed by that half a point.
I see where you're coming from. I do agree with both points. I like the Ravens because the Ravens are going to come after Joe Burrow and they can actually sack him. Bengals will try to come after Lamar Jackson. He's going to run. And he's going to run all over you. And that's the thing about dual quarterbacks. They have weapons. People aren't talking about him, but Rashad Bateman, he's a beast. We have Zay Flowers. I think Odell comes alive a little bit more this week. I don't know what it is. Bengals don't start off hot ever. They suck in the beginning of the season for some reason.
Always end up making
and they always have a run. I think Ravens pull it out by 3, honestly. And if they don't, I still love the 3.5. So I'm going with the Ravens.
Okay.
We're gonna move on. This is the shit show game of the week. We have the shit show Giants and the shit show Cardinals. And honestly, I'm ready to hear the shit show pick. Who wants to go first?
Actually, I think you designed a new T-shirt for yourself.
The shit show.
The shit show. I like it.
The shit show of the week.
I just like it.
Yeah,
I like.
okay.
We'll now call at least one of these games the shit show of the week. I like it.
This one is so hard because it's
I think our show should be called the shit show.
Do we think the Arizona Cardinals are going to start tanking, or do we think that they're really going to try to win the game?
I'm gonna be honest. They were
they
close last week.
Solid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you got the Giants that played.
The Giants never should. They should have not just even gotten off the damn bus. I mean, but I've been there, guys. I've been there where when you get that many things go wrong and that many things go right for the other team, it's disheartening, dude.
This is an instant of two teams where honestly I think the New York Giants overperformed last year, regardless of what the records show or how they did. I think the record was not an indication of the true talent that they put on the field against other teams. And for that reason, I'm going to take the long shot, and I'm going to take the Arizona Cardinals getting 4 points at home. Heck, that means Giants have to actually put points up this week, which is something that they did not do last week. At least we saw Arizona score.
Right.
Oh, you want me?
Okay. MC, what do you like, MC?
Me personally, I love the shit show. I love the dumpster fire that we've been talking about last week. If the podcast went out, you guys know the dumpster fire. Who was that?
The Arizona Cracker Barrels. I think that's
Cracker Barrels.
I think the Arizona Cracker Barrels
against Washington as well.
Yeah.
But me personally, I do like the Cardinals. I do like the Cardinals because they're my dumpster fire. I love them. I hope James Conner starts, honestly. I hope he does. And I'm going to go with the Cardinals on this. I honestly think the Giants can blow them out, though.
Yeah.
I do. I'm going to go with the Cardinals, though.
I'm cheering for the underdog.
All right. So in this one, they're butt munchers. I'm actually going to say, you eat booty. I see you. The New York Giants. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, but I believe the NFC East should be called the NFC Beast, fellas, because you know what? I think what happened last week is that the Giants weren't even getting a chance to get it going. You had so many things fall wrong for them, so many things fall right for the Dallas Cowboys. I think that defense is legit. I think everybody was underestimating that Dallas defense. I think arguably it's going to be top one.
When you go from
maybe two,
when you go from playing the number 1 rated defense in the league to the number 30 rated defense.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the Giants are actually going to get it together.
Yeah.
I think Saquon Barkley comes out with a fire lit under his ass.
I do like Saquon Barkley this week.
I think Daniel Jones wasn't as bad as what he looked like. As a matter of fact, when it comes to Hart, I think he challenged all the other teammates that he had. He legitimately was trying to still win the game at 40-0. So I mean, I tip my hats to him. He never gave up. So if I'm going from a player standpoint, I like the New York Giants this week at a -4.
I won't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I think they win by 14 points and just give it to Saquon and Matt Breida. And
I would love to talk about this next one.
Okay, so we're going to give it to Cruzy Doozy, but we have the 49ers versus the Rams. 49ers are giving the Rams 7.5 points. This is at the Rams, and we have Cruzy Doozy defeat.
Guys, the 49ers are legit, okay? They're the one thing that, as a Cowboy fan, it's upsetting, but third time's a charm, right? We'll talk about that later. The San Francisco 49ers are legit. Purdy has outperformed his relevant role of Mr. Irrelevant, okay?
That needs to
stop because, guys, I mean, at some point, he was a good college player. He was solid.
He was.
It's not like he shit the bed. Like he was a solid college player. So Brock Purdy has all these weapons around him. I think that's most important. Brandon Ayuk is playing lights out, guys. He's in great shape. Deebo Samuels, I think you'll see a little bit more production out of him and George Kittle this week.
Georgie.
And again, guys, how can we bet against a team when the CMC, Christian McCaffrey, is averaging over 100 yards from scrimmage every game? Like, it's amazing. Kyle Shanahan, when he got that trade going, he knew exactly what he had. He had fire in a barrel, guys. I mean, at some point, we have to legitimize the San Francisco 49ers as a legitimate Super Bowl threat. So I'm taking the 49ers all day over the dysfunctional Rams. I think they performed well, but I think they outperformed last week. I think that might be their Super Bowl this year.
I'm absolutely with you. Like I said earlier, the 49ers are, like I said, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Those are two teams that I feel the players are just so young and so hungry and they've tasted it. They finally reached the playoffs. Yeah. They made it to the Super Bowl. They're so close that the hunger is there. And like I said earlier, Brock Purdy is going to be a top 10 fantasy quarterback by the end of this year. Mark my words. Jump on the Purdy train right now. Forget Mr. Irrelevant. Forget the last pick in the draft in 2000 whatnot. They got rid of someone that they traded 3 first-round picks and a second-round pick for because that's how good the boy is.
Yeah.
Put some respect on his name now. Yeah. He's undefeated when he starts a game and finishes a game. He is 100% a winner. He does not lose when he starts a game. When he gets injured during the game, he might lose. Other than that, he's a winner. I like 49ers. They're hungry. I'm going with them. What about you?
Rocket interruption.
So
SpaceX.
To get back into it, 49ers Rams. I think 49ers are going to demolish the Rams. They have their number year in, year out. Rams, even when they had a beast team, couldn't stop them. 31-7, whatever you want to call it. And to tell you guys honestly, Brock Purdy, you have to understand, when he was in college, do you guys know who his running back was? Do you guys know?
No.
Do you guys know? No? It was Breece Hall.
Oh,
It was Breece Hall.
There you
So
go.
you wonder why Brock Purdy didn't get any attention.
there you go.
Breece Hall was there fucking hogging up all the attention.
no, it all makes
He had
sense.
Yeah.
8 million yards for his team, and he was breaking records left and right. So that sums it up. But yeah, we're going 49ers with it, and
That's agreement across the board right there.
yeah, we're gonna move on from that one. We have our guy to our right, his team. We have the Jets. No, the Jets are not his team. And the Cowboys. The Cowboys are giving the Jets 9 points. How are we feeling?
I just want to put this out there. We don't overreact to one game. Dallas is infamous for doing stuff, and then, in our famous expression, shitting the bed. But I think they got a good one this week with Zach Wilson. I love MILFs. I date my mom's friends at quarterback.
Nothing wrong there.
And I think that, yeah, definitely they're going down. It's going to be a bad day for the Jets. I got Dallas all day, baby. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys.
I'm going with the Cowboys. Zach Wilson is awful. I don't know what kind of weapons they think they have. They have Alan Lazard, who can barely stay healthy. I think he's a great wide receiver. He just can't stay healthy. By the way, an Iowa State guy as well. And then you have Garrett Wilson, who's way overhyped. Their running game's all right. I look at the quarterbacks, defenses, and I think it might be a close game at some point, and that's not before the game starts. I think Cowboys smash on them though, at least by 10, at the least.
I'm sorry. I feel bad. I have to say this, but I feel bad for all you Jets fans because you're about to wake up into a world of reality in week 2. The do it for Aaron Hurrah is over with. It's gone. The season is done. I don't
His
care.
career is
I don't
done.
care what kind
I don't
of
see him
prep
coming
talk
back.
your coach is giving you now. We believe in you. We had all the faith in the world. Yeah, because we have no choice.
That defense is legit.
Did you see what the Dallas Cowboys did to a playoff team last year on their home turf? And now you're going to give me Zach Wilson on the road? Yeah.
It's too much.
I think I'm going to rock with the Dallas Cowboys to cover the spread. Even if it's by 9, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't win by 29.
That's a pretty odd number, but
Yeah.
I like it. Whatever.
The next game is controversial. It's very interesting. We're talking about the Commanders versus the Broncos, and the Commanders are getting 3.5 points. I don't like either of these teams, but I know which one.
You know what?
I know which one I like.
I
but-
feel like it's having only a left arm on a surfboard.
It's like having
You
2
know,
arms and no legs and being a water skier.
You know, I feel like it's like, you know, you're on your surfboard and you only have one left
just
arm.
feel like
what
you're
are we
just-
gonna
I
do
just
here?
feel like we're just blind.
We're turning our wheels on this because it's so hard to pick between 2 teams. Denver, they ended up pulling it out last week?
No,
didn't they?
no.
They lost to the Raiders. That's right.
Yeah.
So
Some
Russell
mistakes.
Wilson, although he did look better, right, still didn't look like Russell Wilson of the old. Let's talk about it. He's not very accurate this season. Jerry Jeudy is questionable to come back. I like him a little
They say
bit
he's
better
back.
with Jerry Jeudy
They say
being
he's
back.
They say he's back.
I liked him at Mile High, right? I believe so.
They're playing at- they're playing at-
So I'm actually gonna go with Denver on this one, guys. I know Washington is in the NFC Beast, but I like the home field advantage on this one. I like that they're at altitude. Washington didn't win last week either.
Yeah,
they did.
Did
They
they?
beat Arizona.
though.
They
Oh
just
yeah,
pulled back.
but we talked about dumpster fires. Right?
Yeah.
So
He's a little
I don't know.
under the
I don't like
influence here. Hope you guys are
Washington.
drinking.
I don't like Washington this week just because they're gonna go on the
That's
road.
like picking the lesser of 2 evils.
Yeah, I like Denver. I like Denver just for whatever reason.
For me, I am gonna go with the Commanders just because they're getting 3.5 points. I don't see them losing by more than 3.5. I think Denver Broncos probably actually win the game by 2 or 3, but they have a really good defense, and their defense is going to keep them in the game if anything. So for that reason, I'm taking Washington.
Yeah, I like the Commanders. Sean Payton and Russell Wilson don't like each other. Or I think the opposite. I think it's a love-hate relationship.
Is that like a Kanye West
I think,
blurt out about George Bush right there? Is that
I
what
think Russell Wilson might like Sean Payton. I don't think Sean Payton likes Russell Wilson.
Okay.
Very much.
Yeah.
With
No
Jerry
cap.
Jeudy back, it's cool. I still think they have weapons without Jerry Jeudy. I mean, I don't know, man. I like Sam Howell. I like their backfield. I do like their wide receiver core. Although Denver's defense is pretty good, it's a 3-point game. I'm just
3.5.
No, it's a 3-point game for me.
Okay.
Like whoever wins,
Okay.
Right.
it's by 3. I'm going with the Commanders.
Okay. Well, we got to give it to you on this one, guy.
Oh,
The,
Okay.
the flipper fans around the world.
We have a controversial.
First, real quick, can we talk about like how hard is it to have your mascot as a
dolphin? That's pretty trash.
I mean, who's really afraid
it's better than the Commander.
of a? No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Because at
No,
least a commander can
commands.
push a button
Yeah.
that
Well,
kills you.
it's not. It's a W.
It's a dolphin.
I like
It's a
her.
dolphin.
I like her.
It's
I
a
like her.
porpoise.
Hey,
symbol. I like her. symbol.
dolphins are pretty smart though.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I like
come on, we're talking intimidation. You got bears, lions.
Bro, we have the Saints though.
Dolphin.
We're
We have
playing.
the Saints though.
We are playing the
They
Patriots.
hug it out, bro.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying.
Anyways, we
Just
have
saying.
the Dolphins versus the
Sidetrack.
Patriots. Patriots are getting 3 points. What we going with? Scoochie, Coochie, Poochie, Toochie,
This is-
the beer.
This is a divisional rivalry game. This is always tough. The one thing about this rivalry, it seems though, is the home team always seems to lose. The Dolphins win at the Patriots win at the Dolphins. And for that reason alone, I'm going with the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm going with Miami.
All right.
We're
All right.
playing at Patriots. When Patriots play against Miami, I'm probably going to take the New England Patriots.
Listen, in this instance, I think that dolphin is very intimidating because it's being worn by this guy over there called Tyreek Hill. Okay.
The cheetah's wearing the
I want
dolphin,
to
right?
say that he is the fastest man alive. I think that he challenges Superman on his land speed level. I love the guy. I think he's fantasy relevant every year. Tua Tagovailoa, just because I like to say the name over and over again, I think he's killing it. 465 or whatever it was last week. I don't
48 attempts.
I don't see New England being able to cap everything. Belichick plays to the mind of defense. He's a great defensive coordinator, but I really see Miami killing them this week. I won't lie.
If the Dolphins press it, I think they can make it a track meet, and New England will not be able to keep up if it is a track meet.
Yeah.
New England's defense is always good somehow, some way. I just don't see them covering the guys that they have. Even their tight end, Slythe or Slythe?
Slythe was balling,
Slythe was balling last week.
Good.
Even if you take him away, I don't know who the next guy you're taking away. I'm going with the Dolphins as well at -3, and we'll just keep it at that and move on to the next one so we can round out these last 2 games. Next game, we have the Saints and the Panthers. Saints are giving the Panthers 3 points. I'm going to go in on this real quick. I have not much to say. The Saints are... Bryce Young is going to get a whole lot of Cam Jordan. That's all I got to say.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Whoa!
I'm talking about
Whether he wants it or not.
whether he wants it or not.
Whoa!
You think Bryce Young looked bad last week? And I'm talking about he looked scared last week. He looked like he was trying to figure things out, how to play football again. Yeah, good luck this week. I just don't see it. Who is it? Mario Davis? That's who they have? Mario Davis.
That middle linebacker.
I hope Bryce Young tries to run.
He look like a predator.
I hope Bryce Young tries to run so Demario Davis could let him know who he is.
I'm going to keep it quick. I completely agree with you.
That makes 3 of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a New Orleans week.
And it's not, I have no bad blood for Bryce. I hope he does amazing. If he goes out and fucking throws 400 passing yards, I will be super happy for him. I just don't think it's happening.
But until they prove it, it's still the eyeball test, people.
Yeah.
If they look lost out there because they're a rookie for the first couple of games, it's because they're a rookie and it's the first couple of games. You know, plain and simple.
Yeah.
Let him get into his role. Yeah.
Last game, which is this is the Monday night game, correct? Or is this the night game? This is
Monday night.
Monday night. We have the Browns versus the Steelers. We have the Browns giving the Steelers 2.5 points. This is interesting. I get why, but yeah.
You want to go, Cruz? Go ahead, dude.
Sure. Shout out to Bone Thugs and Harmony. I got Cleveland Browns. I think Nick Chubb and Deshaun Watson. I think I have a Chubb on my team. I think that Nick Chubb, Deshaun Watson, and Amari Cooper get it together this week against a division rivalry. I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be close. I don't see any blowouts here because that's not Cleveland's ball. They like to run and establish the ball, running the ball over and over and over again, and then catch a couple plays over the top, which bad for Amari Cooper fans this year. It's going to be a little tough. It's a tough sledding at the beginning of the season, but I feel like later in the season, I think you stash him on your bench, hold on to him a little bit, but I do have Cleveland over the Pittsburgh Steelers this week.
I am going to have to agree to disagree with you on this one. I actually like the Steelers at home getting points against a divisional rivalry coming off of atrocious loss where they got mutilated by the 49ers at home. I don't know if Mike Tomlin's going to take that too kindly. I don't know how the Pittsburgh Steelers players are going to take that at home. I expect them to bounce back with a divisional rivalry game. It's probably going to be something like 13-10, 17-14, maybe 20-17. I don't see it being a high-scoring game. It's going to be a defensive battle like it is every year, but I like Seattle at home getting points.
Steelers.
Seattle, my bad.
Oh, wait, what did I say? Cincinnati.
Rewind. Steelers.
I said like Cincinnati.
Take them off
last week.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But
Steelers. I like
if
Steelers.
it's plus 3.5, I got Steelers.
Hey, watch this. You guys want to talk about some football trivia? Did you know that the Steelers and the Eagles during World War II had to combine to make one team? They were called the Steagles. I am not kidding you. That is 100% fact. Check that. Google it. Steagles.
Anyway, before I was really interrupted, if it was plus 3.5 for the Steelers, I got the Steelers. But since it's plus 2.5, I have the Browns winning by 3. It's a rough game. It looks ugly. I still think Nick Chubb gets his 80 to 100 yards. Hopefully he falls into the end zone so my fantasy team does good, and I can keep on bragging to my other brothers who think they're good in fantasy. And yeah, I got the Browns minus 2.5. We're gonna lock that in, and we have all our picks locked in for the week. Hope you got anything out of this, our reasoning behind things, injuries and all.
Or maybe you think that we're absolutely lunatics and you want to bet the exact opposite of what we picked. We hope you win. Bet the opposite, and if you win, share it with us. Say, you guys are dummies. You want to win? Bet what they picked the opposite of.
Remember, we're fantasy guys. We're prop guys. We're
and actually, I like that name for a podcast called Fantasy Lunatics. That might actually work for us.
Okay. Fantasy football lunatics. Football bro lunatics.
Right.
Yeah.
The football lunatic.
My name is
who knows?
I'm already a Muppet, baby.
Yeah,
there you go.
We'll see. But our Twitter is down below in the description. It will be in the beginning of this video. We have 7 followers at this moment in time.
What?
Hey.
What?
Hey, but that's
when you start with 0, you're only going up,
right? Shout out to our 7 followers. We appreciate you.
And they're fantasy guys.
Anybody who follows us, we appreciate the love, guys.
Anyways, this is going up. Hope you guys got something out of it or didn't get something out of it. Agree with us, disagree with us. Comment down right now. Who's your favorite pick? Who's your locks? Who are you betting on? Let us know. Maybe we can make some money together. And we have Scoochie Coochie, the beard over here. We have Cruzy Doozy, the beast, the weenus, the penis, the stripper, the lipper. We got Mike the MC. You guys already know the deal. Like, subscribe, hit the bell right so you get all videos on time. And it's grind time, baby. We out.
Let's go.
Prize Picks next.
Yep.
All right, we just draw up the prize picks and then
Yeah.
we all finish. I'm hungry.
I know, same.
I'm gonna go get some fave.